Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, one final segment, and before we get into our NFL picks, we have some local updates. Obviously, Dartmouth men's basketball, their season is in full swing. They got their first win earlier this week against LIU Brooklyn on the road, so it was a big win there to get the monkey off their back before they get into conference play. They play Bryant on Thursday, and then conference play will start in the new year. And even more local on the high school front, Lebanon Hanover basketball doubleheader Wednesday night. We'll be at the game for the girls. That'll air next week, and you'll be at the boys' game as well, getting some footage. Should be an exciting game. Lebanon trying to defend their place as the runners-up in Division II.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's always fun watching Hanover and Lebanon play each other. It's a kind of a different atmosphere than a lot of high school matchups. And yeah, the boys, you know, they really just started their season. Hanover boys are 0-1, and Lebanon boys are 1-0. And KJ Maddie, really the star for Lebanon. There's some, I've heard that he could be injured.
Yeah, there was some talk that maybe he had injured his foot, so we'll find out tonight at the game. But that would be a huge disappointing loss. Hopefully that's not completely true.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's really the heart and soul of that Raider offense and defense. I mean, he's really their star player, and he's really led them the last few years. So hopefully he's healthy.
And especially the fact that they went to the championship last year, lost to Portsmouth in their undefeated season, but now Portsmouth is in Division I, and this looked like Lebanon's year. They were picked #1 in the division.
Right. I mean, yeah. So if KJ Maddie's hurt, that's really
doesn't help.
Really gonna hurt their chances of going far. But yeah, Portsmouth moving up, that's definitely huge for the Raiders. Definitely feels to them like Division II is wide open, and they can go all the way.
So it's Lebanon and Hanover girls and boys on Wednesday night. We'll be at the girls' game, and that will air next Wednesday after our show. And now it's time for our Salt Hill Pub NFL Picks of the Week. Brought to you by Salt Hill Pub with locations in Newport, Sunapee, Lebanon, Hanover, and soon to be on 12A in West Lebanon. All right, Andrew, first week of the picks. You don't have a tough act to follow because I think I was beating Dave. I don't really know, and he's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to say that. All right, let's go right to the first pick. Big AFC East battle, Miami and Buffalo.
Yeah, so I'm going with the Dolphins, going with Miami. I know they lost Ryan Tannehill last week, but Matt Moore, he's looked pretty good. I know he came in late against the Cardinals when Tannehill went down, but and he ended up driving down the field and getting a field goal. But and he beat the Jets last week with 4 passing touchdowns. And I don't know, I just don't really like Rex Ryan.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So you know, I'm going with Miami. Definitely going with them.
All right, I think that you know, it's going to be a tough game on the road, in Buffalo, in the cold. I just don't know if Miami's going to be able to travel well. So I'm going to take the Bills. I think they get that one done. Going over to a big matchup, NFC North, Minnesota, Green Bay. Whoever wins this will be in the driver's seat to win the division.
Right, and you know, I think the Packers, I know the Vikings, they've been good a lot of this year. They've kind of dropped off a little bit, but I think Packers, Aaron Rodgers, just that whole core, they're definitely the better team. Going with the Packers. Yeah,
I don't disagree with you. Minnesota, we've seen some chinks in the armor throughout the year. Green Bay, they've shored up their defense. They've won, I think, 3 in a row now, so they look good. I'm gonna take Green Bay at home as well. Another big matchup. We're full of big matchups this week because they're all divisional matchups. Baltimore, Pitt. Probably the winner of this one goes to the playoffs. Loser might be sitting home. This is the Sunday game, Christmas Day.
Yeah, I think the Steelers are a very good team, but I think I'm going to go with Baltimore, going with the Ravens. You know, Joe Flacco, he's a very consistent quarterback, and the Ravens kicker, he has been flawless this year with the point after and every field goal that he's taken. He did get blocked by the Patriots last week, but I'm not counting that. So I think he's been perfect. I'm going with Baltimore on that one.
All right, I like Pittsburgh, that offense just with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. But you're right, it's going to be a hard-fought divisional game. It's going to be a good game, but I'm going to take Pittsburgh on that one to get the win. Out west, Denver and Kansas City. Once again, a battle. Denver loses this one. They're probably not making the playoffs. Kansas City, they could maybe get the win out west. Who you got?
I think I'm going with the Broncos. I think their defense is just too good. You know, I know the Patriots, they played well against the Patriots. The Patriots ended up winning that game, but I think I'm going with the Broncos. I think they're just too good of a team. You know, Von Miller leading that defense. I'm going with Broncos.
All right, Kansas City, it's a tough place to play, but they did lose last week against Tennessee at home. So I'm not as confident as I was before, but that Denver offense just scares me. They just don't do enough. So I'm going to take Kansas City at home. And our final pick, Monday Night Football, Detroit Lions still in the playoff hunt. Dallas Cowboys, they're looking like world beaters. Who you got Monday Night Football?
So, I know the Lions have been very good this year. I know Matthew Stafford, a lot of people have him as the MVP, but I'm going with the Cowboys. I think, besides the Patriots, I think they're the best team in the NFL. Really, Dak Prescott has led them. He's done a fantastic job. I'm going with Dallas.
All right, and I'm going to stick with that home team. I'm just going to complete the whole line there, and I'm going to take the Cowboys to win that game at home. So we'll see if they can keep it going. Quickly, before we wrap up, you got a show this week on Friday nights?
I do, yep. Friday night at 7:30.
All right.
Aaron, check it out.
Local high school sports and things
local
like that?
high school sports. Yeah, we'll have Kearsarge boys basketball, Newport, Stevens, Kearsarge girls basketball. The Hanover Lebanon game will be on there.
Excellent.
It should be a great
Good
show.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank Andrew for joining me this week. Don't forget YCN Sports Talk premieres every Wednesday night at 7:30. Thanks for watching.